So, what have you got planned? What you're doing for Valentine's? Mm-mm. You haven't. Well, that's great.
Nothing for Valentine's, bro.
He's just keeping it a surprise because he knows, the special lady is watching. So she's gonna be shocked on the day of Valentine.
The day of Valent. I'm not too sure that's why it's called Valentine's Days, bro. What is Valent?
I was trying to make it sound like, sophisticated.
It sounds like a word though.
It came out. Valor is a word.
The day of valor. And
Valor
it's
is a word.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's. I don't know. Listen, we're not even going to get into that. We're back on the Indian Neighbourhood podcast, as you can see. And it's your boy Reali-T, your boy from Hackney, aka Black Guy in Your Neighbourhood, my mother's favourite rapper. Maybe second now, because, Dave had a fantastic performance at the Brits. These black rappers keep showing me up and my mum keeps watching them.
What, and asking, why aren't you there?
I can feel her asking me, why am I not on that level? Why can I not play guitar?
Why aren't you?
I can't play guitar with fire coming out. Bloody yo. That was next level. Did you saw the performance?
Yeah, it was sick.
I didn't see the whole performance. I just saw Dave on the guitar and I was like, leave some space for the rest of us. Flipping Dave.
Guy's talented, innit?
Yeah, he's talented, man. Piano, guitar, could probably sing opera. You never know with Dave. Big Dave. So what's going on for you? How's it been?
Yeah, it's been alright, mate. We've had a bit of a break, haven't we?
Yeah, man. I haven't seen you in a while and I haven't asked how you've been. It's important to ask, for men to ask other men how they've been. It's not sus at all. So how you been?
Yeah, I've been alright, mate. working hard, trying to move life along and all of that.
Yeah.
Gearing back up for the relaunch of the podcast.
Yeah, we got people listening. We know. It's not an ego thing. We know you people listening and we love you with all our hearts. Don't let me get emotional for you. Stop me if I go too far. Yo, so what's been going on lately? What have we got on the rota?
We've had the African Cup of Nations.
Oh, mate.
Is it the African Cup of Nations or the Africa Cup of Nations?
African. I would call it the African Cup of Nations.
Because the cup's not African, right? Or is it?
This is a mad one. That's true, actually. I always wondered why it was called AFCON. Like, why is it not ACON? Where did the F come in?
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Why is it not ACON?
Yeah, like you just took the first letter of everything else. Why did you have to include the F?
Exactly.
Probably because the competition's fucked up, mate. Did you watch it?
So the F is for...
Fucked up.
Yeah. Mate, the pitches, the level of football, the refereeing.
For me, it was the refereeing. Like, the level of football, the pitches, different kind of conversations. Yeah. But the refereeing looked sus to me.
What was one of the biggest moments for you in terms of the refereeing?
Do you know, I can't even say a specific moment. I just kept watching bits and I'm thinking, that was an awful decision. Like, clearly wrong. Like, who's getting paid?
Mate, the most awful decision was when he stopped it at 85 minutes.
Yeah, that was it.
Bloody hell.
How do you even try and get away with that?
And then he stopped it at 89 minutes. He was like, no.
He was like, my family have been held hostage at home, please. Just let's end the game. Yous have won. They're safe.
I've got a theory.
Tell us the theory.
Thought he's like, no. Thought he's like, oh no, here he goes. wait. My theory is, I've always watched football matches, This is a bit of a segue. I've always watched football matches and I thought, what if one of these guys needs to go toilet? What do they do?
During a football match?
During a football match.
You see, sometimes, don't you, like, they'll either run off the pitch and come back, or was it Gary Lineker just shat in his pants and wiped it on the pitch?
I mean, you can't poo in your pants these days, you'll get cancelled.
Yeah, but if you got to go, you got to go, right?
Yeah. So what if a player wants to go to it, like, you're in the 77th minute, your team's 1-0 down, and suddenly nature calls.
It just hits.
What do you do? That's what I think the referee was like, that pounded.
That's why the referee had to. So it wasn't a bribery thing. It was just he needed a shit.
Delicious African food and hot weather does not mix. I'm telling you, I've been there.
Right.
I've done it. Pounded yam on a hot day, and you're in the car for a copious amount of hours.
Wait a minute. This went from just, good food and hot weather resulting in the toilet, but you went straight to an actual story. You were like, I was in the car for too long. Was there an accident in? I can't even. No. Accident in the car.
No. I had to. We're not. Listen, there were bushes. I had to do what I had to do. We had to stop on the side of the road. But I'm telling you, I can relate. That's what I think happened.
Maybe
That's the only logical explanation.
But
unless his family was being held hostage.
Maybe. Who was playing that game? I can't even remember.
I can't even remember. I cannot even. Was it Algeria? Algeria and so on. No. I can't even remember.
I just know I watched a fair few games, most of them not all the way through, admittedly. Yeah. But there was just some really dodgy decisions going on, yeah.
Very dodgy.
Questionable.
Yeah, and it doesn't help the aspect that, African referees, African teams are getting bribed and all this fraud. It was really a mess, to be honest. But let's be honest. When it got down to the nitty gritty, we did see moments of quality.
Yeah, for sure.
Did see moments of quality, but one of the teams that got to the final, Egypt, were absolutely abysmal the whole tournament.
Yeah, that sometimes happens in all tournaments. Yeah. So done it like teams just end up scraping through.
Terrible. And my country, Nigeria, beat them. And then Egypt got to the final. So you know what that means.
So what you're saying is that
exactly.
Nigeria deserve to be in the final.
Nigeria literally came second in the AFCON. Runners up.
Yeah.
Senegal, Nigeria, then maybe Egypt. Because
maybe
Nigeria beat them 1-0,
Yeah.
Did you see all the memes online? Like Salah looking tired, and then people were saying this isn't the Premier League, you can't outpace people here. Yeah.
Is that what they were saying?
Yeah, he was arguing with the referee. He was like, no, referees in Africa don't... Because there was one referee that was telling him off like a teacher.
Really?
Yeah. There was like, you're in Africa now, Mo. Got to deal with the consequences.
I don't know, maybe the level's higher than the Premier League in that competition. It certainly wasn't as good to watch.
Nah.
I know that.
Some of the matches were abysmal. But I feel like I'll make an excuse for my Africans. I feel like it was the quality of the pitches, because the pitches were they were terrible. The pitches were terrible.
And do you think that's from a lack of investment in them, or just that it's difficult because the weather's like...
Might be the climate.
Yeah.
It might be the climate. Let's look at the positives.
A lot of these stadiums have like the underground sprinkler systems or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't do if they look that bad, right?
I don't know. Yeah. I just feel like, grand scheme of things, the African Cup of Nations has always been looked at as like, meh. It's just, them Africans running around in their country. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not by U40. Not by U40, but I'm sure people who are listening or watching know what I mean. Like, it's just
I just like football, innit? So if it's football and I'm watching it.
But down to the nitty gritty, the quality of football, whether it was African, European, South American, the quality of football at I would say 85% of the tournament was terrible. The matches were terrible.
Bit of a mess, wasn't it?
A mess.
Do you know what else was a mess?
What else?
One of the characters' ball sacks on Jackass the movie that I just watched.
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell us. I haven't watched the movie and I don't intend to.
Not your cup of tea?
Nah.
I've seen a guy get a pogo stick bounced on his ball sack.
Is that like a sexual fetish or what?
Nah, they were just smashing his balls in. I mean, I think some people have that as a sexual fetish, but they were just finding ways to knack him. Like, he had a cup on, and the whole thing was like, see how strong the cup is. But he had a pogo stick, and like some of his balls slipped out the side of the pogo stick, and the pogo slipped out the side of the cup, and then the pogo stick was right on him. There was way too many balls in that movie for like fair enough, they do one bit on it, but there was like 3 or 4 bits with balls. One of the other things was they got Francis Ngannou to punch him with gloves on, full force though, in the cup. He looked like he was in pain. Yeah.
Has he got kids?
I don't know. he either has kids and doesn't want any more, or he just doesn't want kids. Because I'd be surprised if he's still producing after that.
I mean, men that are watching this or listening to this, we don't need to talk about, like, if someone just brushes
catches him wrong.
just if you catch, you know what? If you stand up in the wrong way, even if I was to stand up from this chair in the wrong way,
or sit down
in
the wrong way,
that's right. Like, if I was to jump
a bad one,
that one is the bad. Like, you don't feel right for literally 10 minutes.
Yeah, maybe more. And this guy's getting a pogo stick on him. But yeah,
you got to respect.
Did you ever watch any of the Jackasses growing up?
I didn't.
Never.
I was never a fan.
You never took pleasure in seeing somebody just annihilate themselves.
No, it's kind of hypocritical of me because I watch wrestling and I used to watch Jeff Hardy just fly off a ladder.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the same kind of thing, isn't it? Like, it's something a bit spectacular and like it's a bit different. Dangerous, but I guess them guys are kind of crass with it, right?
Yeah, but I think this. Do you enjoy the Jackass movies?
Do you know what? I enjoyed them growing up, and I don't know if it's just I've matured more. I still enjoyed this, and there's a bit of nostalgia in it. Yeah, but like, I didn't enjoy it as much.
Yeah, I feel like the novelty's worn off a bit.
Yeah,
like it's not. I think we've been so desensitized as human beings that we've seen so much shocking stuff.
Yeah.
From, I know we always revert back to politics, but you know, Trump becoming president, BJ being BJ.
Not even that, just the internet. Like
internet, yeah.
When Jackass first come out, and maybe the second pushing into third films, and the series when it was on, like. Yeah. It was rare to see people doing that kind of dumb shit, right? So you'd go to TV, you'd go to the film, you'd see it, you'd be like, as if they're doing that. Now, people just do that all over the internet.
That's true. In the backyard.
You just open up your Instagram and there's people doing weird things on Instagram and all that. And that's why we've become desensitized. Gorilla Glue, different story. Yeah.
No, but the thing... I don't know how I got to that.
I think she was trying to, like, look what crazy shit I'm doing.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But, she brought out a track.
Really?
She brought out a track. I wish I could play it, but, I don't want to get sued by Gorilla Glue Girl. Can you imagine?
Did she sue Gorilla Glue?
I don't think she did. Imagine if they gave her money. Because I don't know if the story was they gave her some money. Or she got some money.
Like it says what it's meant to be used for, and you're not thinking, oh, let me glue my hair in with it. So they haven't got any issues, right?
I think
legally,
I think we give the average human being too much credit for their brains, if that makes sense. I don't know if I worded that correctly, but the average human being for me these days is stupid. Yeah. Or they do a lot of stuff for clout.
That's true. I think there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah. So
imagine she just planned it all. I'm going to do this to my hair. It's going to go viral. I'm going to make some money. I'm going to bring out a track. That's where we're at though these days, right?
Yeah, I know. Gorilla Glue girl.
Like as a musician, I'm not looking at making my music and thinking, however I make this music is going to get me more interest or the quality of it. I'm thinking, what can I do alongside my music?
Yeah.
To get people to look at me and then hopefully check out my music as well. Yeah. I mean, maybe my music's just terrible, but you hear what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. We might be in an echo chamber 40. Like, I think
everyone's living in echo chambers. That's what social media does, right?
Yeah.
But it's not any more of an echo chamber than it would be without social media. Because at the end of the day, you just hang with your friends. Yeah. And that is your echo chamber, right? But like social media,
no one wants to hang around with someone they're always arguing with. You know what I mean?
No one wants to do that.
Apart from my dad at Christmas.
Well, he likes that. He likes to kick up a fuss at Christmas.
Oh my God. Christmas Day. Well, not really this year because like the extended family had COVID. But usually gatherings, arguing with my uncle. I'm sure a lot of Africans can relate. For you're basically African as well. but arguing with my uncle. You if you didn't understand the language, you'll feel like these people are going to kill each other. I'm telling you.
Yeah, do you know what? I had not African friends at all, some Pakistani friends, and I remember going around their house the first time.
Exactly.
I think it's just like English must be pretty chill as a language because I heard all of them having a gathering on a certain day in the house, and I thought people were killing each other. I got my friend, I said, "What's going on?
Yeah.
Should we go in?"
Yeah.
He said, "What you mean?" They're like shouting at each other, having a banny, and they have an argument, and he goes, "No, it's just standard." So I guess it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, man. I think it's the way they show their love for each other, basically, shouting at each other. If you're talking to someone quietly and you're having an argument with them in the African household,
You're not going to get your point across, right?
you're not getting your point across.
You're losing.
Nah. There's no. In fact, your opinion doesn't matter. In fact, don't speak again for the whole night. If you're not going to speak now, forever hold your peace.
I mean, it's one way of doing it. Get it out.
Yeah.
How long does it last, though? Like
Oh,
the
mate.
arguments, because if it's like a kind of quick thing, a bit of a barney, it's done, and then everyone's happy again, then fair enough. But if it's like a long drawn out thing that's intense like that,
Yeah, that's when you have to start ringing the alarm. No, it goes in like what did they call it? There's peaks.
Oh yeah,
And then there's low moments.
peaks and troughs.
Yeah, peaks and troughs. That's it. So say Donald Trump will just show up on the Donald Trump. Then that's literally Bruce Buffer. It's time. Yeah. Basically,
It's that level.
Yeah, that level.
Everyone's on that.
Everyone's on that level, man. Even my dad stood up, and I thought, she's about to kick off here.
Yeah.
I put it on Instagram a couple of years ago, actually, and a few of my friends messaged me and like, "What's going on? Is your dad okay? Is there been a fight? And why are you posting it?"
Did they, like, I've seen some Africans argue, and I feel like some people like go for that I'm going to use big words kind of angle. That seems to be a thing I've witnessed.
The constitution of the
They crinkum crack 'em.
But the thing is if they're speaking Yoruba, because my family's Yoruba, and they start it's serious when some of the sentences are in English.
Oh right.
The point needs to be driven.
Right.
They'll speak in Yoruba. I can't really speak in Yoruba, but they'll say something in Yoruba, and then the constitution of the motion of the. You don't understand. And then they say it in Europe, they translate it, and then they say, yes. So.
There's my education on African arguments. I'm an expert now, guys.
So when they say something in English, that's when you know the point needs to be driven.
Serious.
Yeah, it's getting serious.
Anyway, moving on. Did you see Anne-Marie fall on stage?
Nah, but I heard about it. There's even a Twitter page of Anne-Marie's ankle.
Anne-Marie's ankle?
Yeah. Was it her ankle or is it a leg?
I don't know. But
Yeah.
I thought she carried on well, to be honest.
I didn't see the whole Brittlewoods.
Nah, I just saw the Dave performance, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then I saw her fall. But no, she kept going, to be fair to her.
Was her leg, did she actually injure herself?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Jeez.
But she was like, it was almost like she laughed and then just kept singing. It was sick.
That's actually very commendable.
Professional,
On
mate.
that big of a stage to just carry on.
Yeah, I mean, what other choice have you got? You can't go, my leg. Like, she might have been in pain. But you couldn't tell afterwards, like, really.
Yeah.
But it made me think, like, what's the worst moment you've had on stage?
Oh, I won't talk about the Middlesbrough one again. But
Tell us about it.
okay, I'll give you two.
Tell us all of them.
There's one where, in Middlesbrough, 40 was with me. 40 was on the decks. There was a rock band before us because I get booked in these venues. I don't mind it, money's money. Performances are performances. Go on. I was like, okay, these people are in for a shock. First track I start off with, because I like to cause controversy. It's called Black Guy in Your Neighbourhood. I introduce. As soon as the beat kicks in, the pub that we were performing in was full.
Yeah, it was.
It was packed. I was like, okay, I got a good crowd in here. They're going to love this. Like, even if they don't, at least, I'm causing controversy. They all left. Some of them had just bought a beer.
And they still left.
And they still left. They left. They were like, nah, Black Guy in Your Neighbourhood, is this... You know what? I paid £3 for this beer, but you know what? I'll leave my beer and leave the premises.
That was a pretty brutal one.
That was a terrible... But the people that stayed, what I liked is the people that stayed were listening intently. Like, what the hell?
All three of them were like, this guy's cool.
They were listening, and I don't know if they just felt sorry for me. Because, there's like...
I guess there's some people who go out to hear a certain kind of music or a certain act, and when it's not that, they're like, I'm going, they're just racist.
Yeah.
But the people who stayed are then people who just into music.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And they want to see something different.
Yeah, they just like enjoying the art of it.
We even got put in like a paper or something for that festival.
We?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, so we were there. The other one was more embarrassing than this. That one wasn't embarrassing. That was just a bit humiliating. But, you know.
It was hard work, wasn't
experiences happen. I guess I should be used to it if I'm going to perform that kind of track in that kind of environment. That's what you get. But this one, I wasn't expecting. Go out, you know I perform in a suit because, you know, I like to be different and I've got problems. Go out, perform in a suit. This is in London, so I've been waiting to perform in my hometown of London for so long. And then this was in Camden. Go on stage. I realised, you know what, these people aren't reacting to what I'm saying. Or maybe I was just crap, you know, a bit nervous. I realised how nervous I was. Looked down, my flies were undone.
That's the best one. I remember you telling me about that, mate.
Flies were undone.
Was that why they were quiet, though? Were they just all wanting to say, you've got egg on your chin, the band door's open?
I don't even know. Because, like, it's still, I think I've tried to block it out a bit. Because I was just like, what? And then, what's the problem with me is, if I fell down like Anne-Marie, I'll be like, oh, guys, sorry, I just fell down, guys. Sorry about that. And then I'll carry on the song, which I'm assuming Anne-Marie didn't do. She just carried on. So what I did, I saw my flies undone, and I was like, sorry, guys, my flies are undone.
You've got to warn
And then I made the show of putting my flies up.
And these were like, that's weird. Like, was that rehearsed?
Yeah.
Was he trying to make us laugh?
Can you imagine?
Was that part of the show?
It might be part of my next show. You're gonna have to come to the next performance and see if my flies are undone.
It's one of them where you probably didn't even need to say. No one could probably even see. Or did you have like white shirt sticking out of black trousers?
People probably didn't see, which is the funny thing. But I made it clear that my flies were undone. So it just got more awkward from there.
Yeah,
I think it was a decent performance though, but they haven't called me back. So and the video, they lost the video of me performing. So.
Oh, they lost. The video. Right. Okay. Mate.
Inverted commas. Yeah. So yeah, that was the most embarrassing. What was yours, 40?
Do you know it's probably going back a long time?
Yeah.
So. There was an under-18s night. I think this is like maybe 2004, something like that. And I asked to perform.
Yeah.
Cutting a long story short, night went really well. They didn't really like believe in me at first. They're like, rap music around here. You know, obviously we're in the northeast of England. So back then it wasn't really like, it was looked at gimmicky and not respected at all. But anyway, I did a kind of a gig and it was packed. People were loving it. I was buzzing. Kind of got hijacked. Not hijacked so much in a way, but they went, can you keep getting people to perform live? We thought it was a good part of the night. So I started getting people on who do, you know, like Northeast rave scene MCing because I was into that a bit as well. But it wasn't really my thing to actually do it. So I got people on and there was 6 weeks of these kind of shows and then they asked me to perform again. Yeah. Rap. On the 7th week, I think it was like over 6 weeks holidays for school or something.
Oh, okay.
By the time it got to the 7th week where I was like going to do my show, the whole audience had changed. So it was all Northeast rave like MC fans. Like it was you know, like people who would maybe want to go to New Monkey or Energize or After Dark, somewhere like that. And I got on stage as soon as the music started. Bear in mind as well, they brought it to the upstairs, which was like twice as big. Yeah. And if anyone knows the club, anyone from Stockton, it was Zanzibar. So upstairs in Zanzibar, it's a big room. As soon as I'm on stage, people are booing. People are booing like.
Weren't you just like a kid, like a teenager?
Yeah, but so were they.
Oh.
Because under 18's night, isn't it? So I was maybe 15 at the time, something like that. But what had happened, the worst thing is, I was in like a duo. So there was 2 of us meant to be performing, and on the day I was meant to be performing, he said, I can't make it. And I didn't really have solo material at the time, not that I was happy with. So I actually wrote lyrics to a beat I'd made on the way to the gig. It was just a bad experience. It was one of them in hindsight. I should have just not turned up. it'd have been better. But
Yeah.
That's probably my worst one.
Bloody, I don't know what. Let me be honest, like, not to be arrogant, I've never been booed on stage. I'd rather them just walk away like they did the middles, bro. For them to boo me, I don't know how I would react.
But it turned out one of the guys who was booing me, and he was doing like a cutthroat sign. He was actually from London, and he was a grime MC. And I think it was just a bit of... He was like the main one with all his mates, like, at the front. But
so I didn't want to see another...
I don't know, maybe he was just like, I should be up there, whatever. But I ended up bumping into him at college like a year or two later, and we ended up clashing anyway, like an actual grime clash. So yeah, that was interesting. It actually like developed into something else, but the experience itself, was tough, man.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Bloody yo. You haven't been scarred from that, have you?
No, I don't think so. But when I look back, I'm thinking I wouldn't do that now.
Nah.
Like I went to the gig on my own. Like there was no friends with me at all, and I just got on stage.
Yeah.
And then obviously ill prepared. I wouldn't do that now. But when I think back, I think I'm not that adventurous now. Maybe it's as you get older.
Yeah.
You like calm down a little bit. But I just wouldn't do that now. But I'm not scarred. Like I've done many gigs since then. As you know, because we've done them together.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably my worst experience. But do you know what? There's bad experiences just performing anyway. Like the times where you're the headliner, but by the time you get to the headline, everyone's drunk.
We spoke about that.
Yeah, like I've said before, if you get booked as a headliner at gigs, like, and you're going to be on at 10:30, 11 on a night that starts at 7:30, and everyone's drunk and everyone's going out for cigarettes, like ask to be pushed forward.
Yeah.
Put me on at 9, 9:30, you know what I mean? Rather
Put me
than
on in the
10:30,
middle.
11. Yeah.
Mate, being the headliner, which I have many times, not to be braggadocious, but I have. Oh man, it's a blessing and a curse, man, being put on the last one.
But it's almost like I've got the credibility that I'm the headliner.
Yeah.
Like, so it's almost for the clout. But when you actually get to the gig, like, you're the one with maybe like less people engaging or less people actually at the stage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a double-edged sword,
It's
right?
a double-edged sword, definitely. It's good for, for the look, for the social media. But when you actually think about it, people drunk, like, it's hard to engage. I was even at my most recent one, I think people literally just wanted to go home.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not good, mate.
So
not a reflection of your music or anything, right?
Mate,
it was just like maybe everyone else before, maybe the vibe. Like it's just like people are ready to be done, and you're meant to be headlining. Yeah. It's because if we're being honest about it, a headliner is meant to be the person that brings the people.
Exactly.
But in actual fact, those people aren't there necessarily. Like there'll be some people who've seen Reali-T's performing.
Yeah.
Let me get myself there, but not to the extent it should be.
Yeah.
So they're just there watching people, and you happen to be the headliner. Like that's not me putting you down.
No. It makes sense.
But that's
it makes sense.
Do you know what? One of the worst ones is I remember when it was like your gig at the O2. Right?
O2, yeah, exactly.
And because of the kind of venue it was, it had to be done by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It had to be, and the people who you chose to be on beforehand, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm guessing you had a hand.
No, I had the hand in it. They overperformed.
They just knowingly overperformed.
Yeah.
And
that was crazy.
It was your show,
Yeah.
and you had about
10 minutes,
if that,
at the O2, yeah,
to perform it. So that was,
that one, yeah. That one is this is the first time we're having this conversation, which is
me though. I get annoyed about stuff. I'll just you're just like move on from it, whatever. But I remember it. And I'm like, that was a bit off that.
Nah. That's one of the things I need to redo.
And I'm not even gonna like say the names of the people.
No, there's no point.
I mean, I actually get on with one of them. Like I spoke to a bit more than the other.
Yeah,
nice guy and all that. But obviously they're just up there. We're gonna go this long. But I'm sure it was like, do you want another one?
Exactly.
Do you want another one?
I remember. I remember sitting at the back. Yeah, and I'll mention the person that helped me with the gig, Rex.
Yeah.
Rex,
shout out Rex.
Shout out Rex, man. Rex has really because I'm obviously not from the north, as you couldn't have told. I don't know. I'm wearing my Darlington shirt, whatever. Darlington. I've never been to a match, but Rex has been like a big brother to me in this music thing. He's retired now, but I'm hoping he'll have a verse one day, come back. So he's the one that actually, you know, when someone believes in you that you're gonna headline O2. I was like, me, okay, that's fine. So we were in the back listening to all the artists, because the artist that was on before me was performing, and I was in the back, okay, raring to go. I'm headlining the O2. No one else, not many people do this. The time was going, and I became more and more like I was just in my chair, like shattered.
Yeah.
Because you've been building up to this for like 3-4 months, and Rex actually came to the back, and it's like, you headline again.
Yeah.
He literally told me that I haven't. I haven't headlined that the O2 again.
So it was you won.
No, but I'm saying this on record. But like, I think what actually calmed me down, take this how you will, this will sound arrogant, but I'm sick of putting disclaimers on everything.
No, and I just speak.
Yeah. What actually calmed me down was the money.
All right, so
Made a lot of money that night.
Right, okay.
A lot of money was shared between people that night.
I always thought it was a charity gig.
Nah, made money made a profit.
Okay.
So I think I would have been more pissed if I was just doing it for nothing.
Yeah,
That's the thing. So Rex actually sorted me out that.
So you can leave the firm. You can just give you the money, basically.
Nah, bro. I need to rectify that just for my own personal pride.
Yeah.
Even if it's, I was gonna say, even if you're just in the crowd for it, but that would be a bit, sus. I keep saying sus things lately, man. but like,
you know, we should set something like that up so we'll get the people, never mind where they're from or whether we're mates with them or not. I think we should just try and put on a gig where it's just the people who've got the biggest vibe at the minute.
Yeah. I know
just put on a night, not like getting rid of any egos or people not getting on or being jealous of each other or whatever it may be. We'll just put together the people who get the most views, and then you can reap the benefits by headlining. No, but I'm being serious. We should do something like that.
You know what I would actually do differently? And I feel like if anyone's listening to this as a potential headliner of these kinds of nights, I would personally put myself periodically performing through the night, if that makes sense. So like, for example, you have 2 performers perform their sets, and then maybe I'll come on and perform like a couple of songs.
So you took on board, didn't you, when I said don't have yourself on last? Already you're like, well, I'll just like host and I'll maybe do a song.
Yeah, I'll host.
And then I'll give it to the next person. Then people, like, I'm going to get people watching me, right?
Yeah. They're going to see me somehow, some way.
If they're on a fag break at the beginning, hopefully they're not on a fag break in the middle or the end.
Yeah. But like things have to be done differently next time. I'm not bitter about what happened. Let's not even put it out there like that. It was unfortunate, but we know how to maneuver next time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. But if anyone's interested, get in touch. Try and put it together.
We'll put it together, and I'll pay out of my own money for the venue, because that's what Rex was doing, and then we got the profits from it.
Right.
So like, as I'm starting to sound like Blitz actually with my business mind. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I could say I headlined the O2.
Yeah, man.
My name was at the top. I've got the picture to prove it. I'll show my grandkids. Yeah. Mate, every year I'll be like, I headlined the O2. So, like, that's it really. And I will be headlining again.
Yeah, man.
By God's grace. Amen. Yo, 40. I think we got to get out of here,
Yeah, man. Let's bounce.
I got things to do. I got to eat some jollof rice.
It's a must.
Yeah. Adios in your neighborhood podcast.